Howdy YouTube, an awesome figure review for you today. Something I've wanted to get my hands on for a really long time. If you've seen the other reviews on my channel, you know I am a huge Venom fan. Love Carnage, Anti-Venom, the whole symbiote saga. Love it all. So I was really excited when I found this, the Flash Thompson Marvel Select Special Edition Venom. So I believe this was originally released as a Disney Store exclusive a few years ago. I was recently at some factory outlets in between San Antonio and Austin and happened to go into a Disney Store that was there looking for some gifts for some cousins and relatives of mine. And I saw this guy. They had him, Black Widow and Captain America, and also a few Iron Man figures which look nice as well. But I instantly had to grab this guy. I've wanted him for such a long time. On eBay he's been going for a lot of money. His price has dropped as of late with the re-release of not the Marvel Select version of this guy, but the other 6-inch figure line that Marvel have. I forget what it's called. And it's actually quite a good toy line in itself, but I tend to collect the bigger figures. So anyway, I was really happy to find this guy. I love the design. It's probably the coolest looking Venom. I don't think you can find a sicker looking Venom than this. Love the armor, love everything. Comes in the standard Marvel Select gigantic packaging. Bigger is not always better. This, for convenience purposes, is actually very annoying. It is well protected, the figure. I will give it that. But the packaging seems needlessly big. So I'm looking forward to get him opened up and out of his packaging. There's not really a lot going on the packaging for that matter. I'll flip it around so you guys can see. There's some artwork of him on the back. You can see him hopefully there, the figure posed and standing up. He does look very impressive. He does look very nice. There's the price. You can see $24.95. Very happy with that. Very happy with that price point. So with that, let's get Flash Thompson opened up and out of packaging. Jumpin' Jack Flash, it is literally Flash Thompson. So the background on this guy, essentially, the symbiote, originally we had Eddie Brock, the classic iconic Venom. He then lost the symbiote, he gets it back, he loses it, he gets it back again. You have Carnage come into it, and really they're the two iconic ones. Then you have a whole offshoot of like sister characters. You have Thompson, Anti-Venom. They're not bad. They're cool figures and they're cool comic book characters on their own, but nothing matches the originals. This guy does come close though. Flash Thompson, basically an agent for the government, CIA, I think, from memory. Really cool. You know, he himself does nothing for me, but really cool once he gets the suit. He basically goes on Black Ops missions, doing a lot of things. The comics I've read with him involve him hunting down and beating the Jack-O-Lantern character, which is a really great storyline. They released that in a trade paperback. That's where I've read that. I encourage you to get your hands on it. It is quite a good read. But the actual figure itself just looks fantastic. The armor on this is really cool. He's got like spiky bits which are created by the symbiote. Great articulation, great sculpting on the figure, great paint apps, everything. Hopefully you guys can get a good look at him there. So I'll bring him forward so you can take a look at the detailing on this guy. As much as I love him, there are a few flaws with him. We'll start by taking a look at the base. The base is excellent. The detailing on it is fantastic. That's one of the things I love with the Marvel Select figures. They give you a really well-detailed base. I'm not sure what the heck this is. It's some sort of crash site. But the paint apps on it are impeccable. I can't fault that whatsoever. Now, again, I'm doing this review from San Antonio. Once I get back to Australia, I will do a proper review of this guy and compare him to the other Marvel Select figures like the Carnage, which is a great figure, the Anti-Venom, Venom, etc. In terms of articulation, he has a ball-jointed head. He's got ball-jointed arms, and they are not restricted because the shoulder pads actually have full articulation, which hopefully you guys can see. Swivel in the bicep, double bend at the elbow, ball-jointed wrists, ball-jointed waist, ball-jointed chest, swivel in the waist. This is soft rubber, so it does move, so you don't get any restriction in articulation, which is a really good thing that Marvel Select figures usually have. Ball-jointed legs, which over time do give problems, especially with the sculpt and having the figure stand. and that can be quite annoying. So swivel in the thigh, double bend at the knee, and then ball joint at ankle. So a ton of articulation, but really it's the paint apps and the sculpt of this figure that make it so impressive. Again, I'll bring it forward so hopefully you guys can see. He just looks great. Probably the coolest looking Venom I can think of, apart from like a monster looking Venom where he has the tongue out and he's really jacked and big. That's arguably my favourite look of Venom, along with this one. Nice detailing on the shoulders and the arm guards. He basically has a suit of armour that adapts, which is pretty cool, great concept. If you are a comic book fan, make sure you're reading the Carnage series of comics. That is a fantastic read. They've recently rebooted Venom. It is a new guy who has the suit. I'm not the biggest fan of him, but the actual Venom symbiote is epic, and this figure is fantastic. If you are a Venom fan, no ifs, no buts, find this guy, pay what you have to pay for him. He's a must-have to any Venom fan or collector. If you're just a general Marvel fan, then get this guy. It's freaking Venom and he looks awesome. Enough said. A really great figure, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this review on the Marvel Select Flash Thompson Venom.